Hey everyone, thanks for watching. This is the round of 16 match against those two guys on the very left there, Andrew Fernandez and Tyler Shafer.
This is the 1 o'clock starting time. On the tee, Andrew Fernandez.
Here is Andrew up to the tee now. Andrew has been on the Be Better Golf channel for about 3 years now, on and off, as he's ever since he was in the middle of high school, and now he's, I think, just finished his third year of college, maybe second year of college, something like that. Plays for Cal State Dominguez Hills, and here as one played well in the qualifying for the Long Beach match play 2019, and then on Be Better Golf, you can see he beat Landon in the round of 64. He beat Omar in the round of 32, and now he's facing his friend as he takes a good drive down the middle. Now he's facing his friend, who was also on his high school golf team, Tyler Shafer. Tyler plays for Long Beach State and was, I think, on the all-freshman team for the Big West. Played really well this year, and I think he's going to be one of the top players for a couple years coming up for Long Beach State. All right, so Tyler is going to use this 3-wood off the tee, which he hits that 3-wood really well all the time. So let's just zoom in and see if we can see where that lands. It landed in a perfect spot. So here's Andrew on the left coming out of the rough. So this match happened just about 40 minutes after Andrew won his match against Omar that you guys saw on the channel. So Andrew goes down after that, puts it into the air, and lands a little bit short right, but that's going to break from the right to left. So if you had to have a putt that was about 13 feet, that would be the one you would want. Uphill a little bit right to left, maybe a little bit more than a little bit right to left. Tyler hit that 3-wood way down there and then absolutely stuffs it in there. That's within tap-in range. So close that it was conceded. So Andrew is going to already, this match is getting very interesting. Andrew's going to have to make this just to avoid going down early. So he's got this about, I think it's a little longer than I said. I think he's got this about, was your 15-footer, 4 birdie, 2 tie, and he doesn't make it. So that's 1 up for Tyler Shafer going into the second hole, which is like 330 yards or so. Now, Tyler didn't like that one at all. He blocked it up the right-hand side. He's in the tree, so we'll have to see how his look is from over there. Here's Andrew with his 3-wood. See a lot of 3-woods being used out here. It's not an extremely long course, but it is. They can set up this course as hard as they want to. But when the rough is about as long as that, and the greens are in great shape like they are now, there's birdies to be made. It's not too super difficult. All right, so Tyler's going to have about 125 yards, actually a little less, about 118 yards. He's got a tree to go over. Puts it up in the air, but just won't spin at all. So he's going to land that a little bit past the stick, and then it's going to roll out even more. So he's checking that out there now. And Andrew is in a little bit better of a spot here. He's going to have to go, that looks like about a 60-degree wedge. This is going to be from about 88 yards. An aggressive swing at it. And same thing, it lands, that one actually landed about pin high and then rolled out just a little bit shorter, pretty close to the hole actually. It's not too bad. All right, so here's Tyler lag putting for his birdie 3. And that's just beautiful speed. I mean, that is not an easy putt going way down the hill like that. And it was just expertly done to be conceded. So he'll make his 4. So that's Tyler in with a 4, and here is Andrew putting down the hills. Now he's on almost the exact same line that Tyler was on. So let's see if he could learn anything and roll this in and try to square this mashup. Remember, Tyler's one up at this point. Slow rolling it down the hill. The speed looks pretty good. Wow, speed was perfect. Just a little bit on the pool side. So Tyler remains one up in the match as we go to the 165-yard par 3 third hole. Tyler with a beautiful swing there. Lands it right on the stick and then rolls out almost to the back fringe. That's good. All right, check this swing out from Andrew. Watch the thumb as he takes it back. Very interesting. He always has that thumb totally off the club for the first part of the takeaway. I think that actually helps the swing a lot. Something to try out there if you've been kind of twisting. Andrew hits a good one. All right, so what I want you guys to do now is before you've seen the rest of this match, put in the comments below whose swing you think is better. Whose swing do you think is going to give them more longevity in their golf career? Before you know what happens in this match, I want to know. And I want to know why as well. I think that would be really interesting to see in the comments. All right, so Tyler runs his on to about 2.5, maybe 3 feet, and it was not conceded, so it's sitting there with a mark on it. And here's Andrew for his birdie going right up the hill to square the match. Came up just a little bit short, maybe just a little bit right, but if it had the right speed, I think that could have gone in. So here is Tyler to clean this up for his par. Now, what would you call that? I guess I'd call that about 3 feet 5 inches, something like that. But it was not conceded. It was probably about 6 inches away from being concession distance, so to speak. Really shocked to see him miss that putt. So that squares the match as we go to the par 5 fourth hole. Andrew with driver. Now, if you look at that driver, and you guys have seen the other videos as he makes a pass at this, puts it up into the right trees, you'll see that Andrew changed driver heads. He went from, I think, a TaylorMade M4 to a TaylorMade SLDR from years ago. He just didn't like how much the M4 was spinning, and he's been testing out this SLDR, so he changed to that. So we'll have to see if that works out well for him. Now Tyler made really a beautiful drive right down the middle. So here's Andrew in jail a little bit. So he's going to have to, he can't go for the green from this position. As we see Johnny Saunders on the bag there, a really accomplished amateur from this area as well. And just hits a beautiful shot, really impressive to hit a punch cut right down to like a perfect layup spot. And then Tyler, now he's able to go for the green. He gets it up there and lands it, and now he won't be too happy with that. That's in the bunker. But I mean, it was a good shot actually. Being in the bunker after 2 on this par 5 is not bad. So we see Andrew advancing his ball, landing it, and that's actually a very good wedge shot. So I'm really impressed with that punch cut that Andrew hit, mainly because that's just I can't hit a punch cut. So that's really impressive to me. Tyler with beautiful tempo out of that bunker. And he'll hit that to just about 7 feet for his birdie 4 on this par 5 to get back to 1 up. The match is all square at this point. I'm going to say all square, even though the terminology is tied. And he misses it. Disappointed to see it go left. Tyler, remember, had just finished a match about 10 minutes before this one teed off. He had finished a match that had gone 22 holes against his friend Jed. So his focus looked a little off, and Andrew rolls in the birdie putt to go 1 up in the match. Very good 4 for Andrew, so he tees off on the next hole. Can't tell if that was driver or less than driver. On this hole, I'm pretty sure that would be, yeah, that would be driver. And he hits it right next to our camera there. There we go. And Tyler with driver as well just looked a little bit behind it, but hit it solid, and he's just past Andrew's ball in the fairway, though. Actually, Tyler, he wasn't behind it at all. He hit a beautiful shot there. So there's
the flag there.
Andrew close to our camera, and there's Tyler right at the 100-yard marker. So Andrew's going to have about 120 into this. It's a large green for El Dorado, which is almost all super small greens. So he has about 120 yards, which looks like some kind of gap wedge. So he's going to play it low and try to land it and have it run up, but not the closest result there. And this is really a super strength to Tyler's game here, wedge shots. The rest of his swing doesn't really look like a Jordan Spieth style swing, but the wedge shots do, and I think that's to his credit. I think that'll help him. Andrew chipping after hitting not that great of a wedge shot approach, and then that was not indicative of the chipping that he's had in this tournament so far. And Tyler rams it past quite a bit. I gotta put almost 6 feet on that one. So here's Andrew for a par from about 15, 16 feet or so. Good stroke, but probably too hard for that line. So here's Tyler to win the hole, and just the focus isn't quite there. He keeps putting his hand up like he got the line that he wanted, but he did not get the read correctly. So here's Andrew to have this hole with, yep. So Andrew remains one up in the match as that hole. The fifth hole is halved with bogey fives. So the next hole is one of the most difficult holes on the front because of how the fairway pinches in up there. It's like 385 yards from this, what they call the Long Beach Open tees here. And Andrew hit a solid shot, but it went a little bit up the right side. And look at that ball there. That is a wedge shot that Tyler hit that I did not get to film. So Tyler just hit a beautiful wedge shot in there. Now Andrew has to respond. Now Andrew hit his SLDR driver so well and straight that he has this tree in his face quite a bit. So he's got to loft it up over the tree. And he hits it well. It just did not react like he thought it would and comes up quite a bit short. Maybe caught that a little bit on the face. So let's see if that's conceded. Yep. Andrew gave him the high sign, and that was just scooped up. So another beautiful tap-in wedge for Tyler Shafer, as Andrew needs to make this to stay one up in the match. Oh, what a great putt. It lips out, but just won't be enough. All right, so let's skip forward on the par 5 7th hole, and this is Andrew's third shot. So let's see how Andrew does from about 70 yards here to the back pin. Just gave that a little much, as he's going to go all the way up to the fringe here. And here's Tyler's third shot on this par 5. This is in a pretty good position, especially because Tyler is really one of the great young bunker players that I've seen. I really like the kind of impact he makes out of these bunkers. All right, so Andrew's going to choose to hit a putter from here and just barely trickles it on the green. That is just awesome touch there. So that's Andrew in for 4, and here is Tyler for his birdie to win the hole and go one up in the match. No. Breaks towards the water there a little bit, and Tyler makes a 5 as well as we go to the difficult 430-yard 8th hole, dogleg left, trees everywhere. Tyler hits his drive, and now Andrew, with what looks like a pretty good setup, makes that takeaway without the thumb on the club, and just hits it right in the center. So he's going to be in a good position here. No tree trouble at all. And he's going to try to play a bit of a cut right there. This is going to be about 175 yards away to this front green location. All right, so Andrew came up just on the fringe there, and Tyler, his second shot came just on the fringe there. So this is Tyler for birdie from off the green. Can he make it? Oh man, that was a good putt. He really is just surprising himself with these reads. He really thought that was perfect, and it looked good. So here's Andrew's putt for birdie from the front fringe. He's also going to use putter from there Oh, and he makes it. How exciting. All right, so Andrew goes one up in the match after really just a back and forth front nine. Really exciting stuff to see Andrew make a birdie there. All right, so 212 yards, par 3. Andrew hits a hybrid directly over the flag, so you can see it bouncing there, and it goes all the way back to the back fringe. And Tyler has, now this is an interesting looking club. It is an iron, but with it's kind of like a muscleback iron with a graphite shaft, and he just made bad impact there and came up short right, but made a really good looking pitch shot. So he'll have that. It just ran on a little bit because of the rough there. Got some grass between the face, and it's quite grabby there. It's those thick stalks that are cut short. They can really grab you. So here is Andrew, after hitting right over the stick, has quite a long ways for his birdie putt. So he'll leave then. This match, I don't think you're going to really see almost anything that's even close to questionable, as we're already down to the final 16 being given. Oh! Tyler just saves his par putt and was just absolutely beautifully holed. So Andrew needs to, so Tyler makes par. Andrew needs to make this, and he does. So Andrew remains one up in the match after 9 holes. And let's just go straight to the back 9 here. Stick with us as we have a thrilling back 9 coming up. And this is about 535 yard par 5. Andrew just blocks that out to the right. So the drives that we've seen have been a little bit up and down for Andrew from this older driver that he's using, and really great balance there for Tyler. Tyler just stripes that right down the center of the fairway. Andrew's second shot advances it back to the fairway. That actually was a very good shot. So now we'll have what looks like a 54 or 60 degree wedge from the fairway. Tough pin location here because everything in front of the pin slopes towards the pin, and everything at the pin or past is flat there. So if you put it straight up in the air and you land it short of the pin, it's just going to kick and run a long way, and I think that happened to both these golfers here. So here is here is Tyler for his birdie. Trying to run that in there, make another long one. No. So he'll make a 5. And here is Andrew for his 4. So let's see what happens here, as Andrew remains one up in the match. No, and misses his 4, so he'll have that remaining. Like I said, you're just not going to see a lot of putts conceded here, especially since the short miss that Tyler had on the second hole. So you're going to have to grind these out. And Andrew just rocks the rim there and misses that putt. So it's really a game of intense focus at this point. They've played a lot of holes of golf in this tournament so far, and a lot of holes of golf today. So you gotta keep the pedal to the metal on the focus. But Andrew just lets that one get away. So Andrew is now the match is now tied, as they say. The match is totally tied now. And Andrew hit it, that's where Andrew is on the right side there. And Tyler hit a good shot, but it just flew over everything, and he's going to be up on a bank. You'll see he has a tough shot remaining. And Andrew just kind of hit this way up in the air and to the left. Not that great of a shot. It lands on the green, but he's going to have a long putt from there. Look at this difficult shot that Tyler has. But that was just, the result is, 10 feet? But that was really good because that's going to be growing the other way, and that's just a really tough shot. So that's about as good as you can hope for. Andrew just rams his birdie putt past everything, but it's just too far away to expect anything really close. So Tyler, for his par, misses it. So that's going to be a bogey 5 for Tyler. The match, remember, is tied right now. Andrew, for his 4, makes it. So Andrew goes back to one up in the match as we go to the par 3, 12th hole. This is like 100 and 99 yards or something like that from back where they're playing it from. Andrew, I think, had 5 iron and landed it pin high. It rolled out a little ways. Now here's Tyler. Really beautiful rhythm and balance in that swing, and he's going to land that pin high to the left. So Tyler's a little bit closer. Yeah, Tyler is legitimately closer, and Andrew's going to be putting way downhill. We'll see how his touch is on this. And leaves that. Is that going to creep any further? No. So Andrew leaves that about 5 feet, maybe 4.5 feet. And here is Tyler for his birdie putt. Great putt. Oh, everyone thought he was going to make that. All right, so Tyler's in for 3. This is Andrew to match him and also make a 3. No, hated it. Did the Doug Sanders early walk, and the match now is tied again as we go into the most difficult hole on the course, the 13th. And Andrew hit his tee shot over here to the right and then launched that up in the air over all the junk and actually hit a very good shot. He's on the green. Not too bad. But Tyler was perfectly in the fairway, and he's close. So that's Andrew for his birdie. Oh, great. Great putt there. So that's Andrew in with 4. And here is Tyler, and this is Tyler to be also in with 4. Tyler makes that, and the match remains tied. Going into the 13th hole. All right, so interesting strategy choice here. So that's Tyler with, I believe, his 3-wood, and he hits it just past that bunker. And Andrew deciding to go with iron, which is something he's done on this hole consistently, and comes up just short of that bunker. Actually, because of the foreshortening of the camera, he's actually a little ways back of that bunker. It's hard to get a sense of that. And he hits it a little bit to the left, just about pin high, not that close for what you would want on this hole. So we've seen how good Tyler can be with his wedge shots. And again, he hits another really good wedge. This one just a little bit long, but starts sucking back. So here's Andrew, who hit it pin high, but a little bit to the left. And he'll make this pass at it for his birdie. Oh, just stays on the high side just a little bit. Just a little bit. Remember, the match is tied right now, so that's conceded. So here is Tyler from a bit closer than Andrew, but a little bit more on the fall line, so to speak. And that one fell 6 inches down. That's a make. So that's Tyler going 1 up in the match on that one. So I'm not sure if I'm not sure about the strategy of that one. As good as these guys can hit their driver, but maybe Andrew was lacking a little bit of confidence with his driver on that last hole. So Tyler hit it. Tyler hit you should go back and watch that from that angle. The drive Tyler hit on that hole was just absolutely amazing. Look how he really got it down there far. And extremely straight. So we know how well he's been hitting his wedges, and the tempo of that one is just beautiful. A little bit held off through the follow through, and he's going to have not a bad look for birdie from there. Andrew also hit a very good drive, just a little bit up the right. Let's see if he can manage and be able to predict how the ball is going to react after being in that rough. So he lands it pin high, and then it rolls out a little bit more. But Andrew has the advantage there. He is a little closer. Here's Tyler for his birdie. Remember, Tyler's 1 up in the match. And let's see if he can roll this one in. That one's bumping just a little bit more than the other ones were. And just put a bit of a charge into that as it breaks towards the pond. And he'll have quite a bit of work coming back. So here's Andrew for birdie, which would win this hole and get the match tied again. Good putt, and he's watching it and runs that on. Neither of those will be conceded. We're gonna have to putt and see what happens here. And I'll tell you this: something about the momentum of the match felt a little bit different. And Tyler seemed to have caught his second wind here. I think he was kind of tired in the middle of this match, to be honest. But he really seemed to be locked in a little bit more now. Let's see if Andrew can keep his focus up and stroke this one in. He does. So Tyler remains. They both make 4 on that hole. Tyler remains 1 up in the match. But Tyler on the not difficult par 4 16th hole, blocks it to the right. And Andrew hits it right down the right-hand side, and he's in the just barely in the right rough. But Tyler had a good angle here, and really had a good look. And it's hard to see where that landed, but that was another extremely good wedge shot for Tyler. And Andrew Tyler's wedge shot was all right. Andrew makes a good pass to this, but it goes a little bit to the left, and then it curled more to the left, almost with like some draw spin. So here's Andrew for his birdie. No. Does not make it. This is actually Tyler for his par after putting from short right. So Tyler needs to make this, I believe. Yep, and he does. So Tyler remains 1 up in the match going into the 17th hole. So really interesting situation here. 162 yards with the blue pin. And Tyler hits a solid shot, but there's some almost some kind of wind or something. It goes a little bit to the right, and Andrew hit like just a little punch 6 that I think he was trying to take something off of it, and lands it on the right side of the green and just continues to roll off of the green. So Andrew's going to decide and elect here to chip this. I don't know if that was adrenaline or what that was, but put just a great contact, just put too much of a charge into it. And Andrew's had multiple chip-ins as I've been filming these vlogs watching this tournament, and his touch has always been spectacular, but that one wasn't great. Tyler with a absolutely beautiful lag putt there, and that's immediately conceded. So the all comes down to this, to get to the 18th hole, because Tyler's 1 up in the match already, so Andrew needs to make this to tie the hole and take it to the 18th hole. Let's see what happens here. Andrew makes a confident stroke, just a little bit blocked. And that ends Andrew's run at the 2019 Long Beach Match Play. Thanks to both these golfers for letting me film and for participating in this great tournament. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will have footage from the final match featuring Eric Lexio, I believe, and Josh McCollum. So stay tuned, and you're going to see some really interesting stuff. Click that subscribe button. It really helps the channel. Talk to you soon. Bye.